Megatron! We brought back lots of energy, boss!
Excellent! Well done, Slapper! Convert it to Energon cubes and recharge the fuel cells! After that, we'll move the base to a new location. How is this energy being stored, and how long will it take to convert?
It's stored in little round canisters. They're used in something called flashlights, and we got thousands of them! Great score, huh? Of course, we'll have to convert it to Energon, and that'll take a little while. I don't think it'll take more than a week or two. Well, 3 at the most.
Silence!
Now, the second I heard that they were after batteries, the Predacons, this joke seemed inevitable. I had hoped that when I was watching it at the time that it would be too easy, too obvious, and that robots in disguise wouldn't go there. But as you'll soon learn, nothing is too low for car robots.
We need massive quantities of energy, not little batteries!
Sorry, this is all we could find. Anywhere.
You have failed me! Beast mode! Did you really think that the energy in those puny batteries would be enough to run this base?
Well, yeah, sorta.
Fools! Yeah. I should add your energy cores to the conversion vat!
This is the only time Megatron transforms this episode, but he did at least use the right command code.
Wasting your time, Megatron. One of those flashlights is brighter than the 3 of them combined. Show yourself, Sky-Byte! Certainly.
Hey, what are you doing here, Sky-Byte?
Sky-Byte, terrorize!
Now this is Sky-Byte's proper introduction, and the character is introduced showing off a rather cool cloaking device type ability, which of course is so spectacularly useful that Sky-Byte will literally never use it again.
The good news is I brought you the most powerful battery the humans are capable of manufacturing. The bad news is that even this one isn't strong enough to mobilize the command center.
Now this is a minor nitpick. Robots in Disguise, like many cartoons of this era and especially before, is rife with animation errors. But there's a consistent one about Sky-Byte, and that is that the inside of his mouth, in robot mode that is rarely ever colored. They almost always leave it just white, matching his teeth. Occasionally you'll see this happen to the other Transformers, but you'll notice if you look, if you're watching, in their robot mode, generally speaking, the inside of their mouth is colored. Sky-Byte's is the opposite. It's almost never colored. I don't know why this is. It often doesn't matter how close up his head is or isn't.
All the terrorists have been placed under arrest. However, the terrorists' ultra-high energy explosive device has not yet been found. The device is hidden inside the engine of a red sports car, one of the new XC-12 models. All red XC-12s have been recalled and are being thoroughly searched.
And here we see Doris again, the Transformers Robots in Disguise's reporter character. She's not named in this episode, as is the case in most of her appearances. And indeed, this is the only time that we will see her. The terrorist organization she's mentioning is, surprise, never expanded upon. We have no idea who they were, or what they were trying to do, or what happened to them even. There's an interesting minor change from the American to Japanese version here too. In the Japanese version, all of these red sports cars have bombs in them, and one of them has already detonated, which is how the human authorities have learned about it. And so they've gone and now seized all the red sports cars of this make and model. The American version, apparently they've been tipped off about there being a bomb, and there's only the one bomb in one of these red cars. Don't necessarily know why there's a change, but it's interesting to note nonetheless.
High energy? Exactly. If we can get our hands on this device, we can dismantle it, extract the energy, and convert it for use in our fuel cells. As long as we prevent the device from detonating, it will give us all the energy we need. Then finding the bomb in that red sports car is our top priority. The only one left that hasn't been searched is being delivered to Metro City. Yes, I see. And its exact location? Right now, it's being offloaded from a ship at the Metro City docks.
What if this device is rigged to go off if you try to take it out of the car? Yeah, there's no telling what might happen. Sounds awful dangerous.
And if we get a boo-boo, the Band-Aids on Earth aren't big enough for Predacons.
Silence, you sniveling cowards!
Yeah!
Sky-Byte, I'm putting you in charge of this mission. Use whatever means necessary to retrieve that device. Your wish is my command, mighty Megatron.
Now again, this scene here is evocative of the early Sky-Byte. You'll notice the Predacons are, cower in terror when Megatron stamps his foot, but Sky-Byte's unmoved. And in fact, even his reaction to being put in charge almost makes it sound as if he could possibly be patronizing Megatron. As if perhaps the character might have an agenda of his own. This is not the only time this is suggested, but again, it's only in the early Sky-Byte.
It's just what I've always wanted! A red XC12 with a leather interior and a CD player, too! All right!
Now here again is Kelly, for her second appearance in this episode, and one has to wonder exactly who this woman is. Apparently she's having a red sports car delivered to her personally off of a freight boat. Now I don't know anyone else who buys a car this way. Maybe it's common in Japan, but I tend to doubt it. Either that or she's just stolen it. Do remember that the police were seizing every car of this make and model. So I'm not quite sure how she ended up with it. Now possibly she hasn't heard of what's happened, but you'd think any ship bringing cargo in like that would have it impounded. After all, you can't just carry cargo around, you have to declare what your manifest is. So I'm not quite sure how this car slipped by. Either Kelly is a trillionaire with all kinds of money and had this car personally shipped to her under the radar, or she's just stolen it. I'm not sure which. Keep in mind that early in the episode she was driving a different red sports car. So now apparently she has two of them. So I'm not sure if she's fabulously wealthy or simply has some mild kleptomania when it comes to collecting red sports cars.
Hey, sweetie, remember me? Well, of course you do.
Oh no, don't tell me that pest is here again!
Sorry, I thought you were somebody else, but I can see now that you're new around here. Whoa, the shine on your chrome is boosting my revs into Redline City.
Oh, rats! He's talking to my car again!
Wait, where are you going? Was it something I said?
Oh, Sideburn, it wasn't something you said. It was everything you say.
That's Sky-Byte, one of the Predacons!
Huh? Oh, of course it is! Who do you think I was chasing?
Yeah, right.
Please don't hurt my new car!
I've got to admit, this is the worst case of road rage I've ever seen. Predacon, you're under arrest! Prowl, jet boosters! Halt, Predacon!
Autobot, I warn you, if you try to interfere with my mission, you'll suffer the consequences!
Interesting note, Prowl's jet boosters are an actual feature of the toy. You can actually attach his flamethrower weaponry to the back of the vehicle along the rear fin like that to actually give a jet-propelled look.
Prowl, transform!
Here's a tip for you. Never ignore a warning from a shark. Now get out of my way, Autobot.
Sideburn, transform!
You choose to ignore my warning? Such insolence and disrespect will not be tolerated.